Hey everyone, so as promised I'm going to be talking about the first episode of the new series of Doctor Who. Also, this will contain some massive spoilers, so if you haven't seen the episode, please do not watch this video yet, as I don't want to ruin it for you. So I'm going to talk about the things that I loved, and I'm going to go into detail about the things that I didn't particularly enjoy. And I think the most important thing that needs to be addressed is Peter Capaldi. Didn't really enjoy him for the first 20 minutes, but after that I well and truly loved him, and I'm really looking forward to what else he has to offer. I think he's definitely going to be a different kind of Doctor to, Matt Smith, David Tennant, but I think he's going to be a great Doctor, and I think he could possibly draw in a new audience as well, so that's something to look forward to. Then we have the story on its own. I really enjoyed, and I'll explain what I mean more about that in a bit. I think the idea was quite fascinating. The fact that it was set in Victorian London is, really close to my heart. It's one of my favourite kind of places, if you like, time and places. The dinosaur element was a bit random and perhaps unnecessary. Maybe it was an added extra in there. I enjoyed it, even though it wasn't essential. Then we have Strax and Madame Vastra and Jenny back, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed them in this episode as well. So the story itself on its own was really quite enjoyable. I think the ratio of comedy to seriousness in this was very well done. You have a lot of comedy, mainly for me, through Jenny and Madame Vastra, and then the seriousness that comes through in Capaldi's character in this kind of new take or new approach to the Doctor that we're not perhaps used to from at least the last few series. And I think it was handled very well. It wasn't kind of a sort of mock take or anything. It was very well done, and I hope they kind of maintain that balance throughout, as I think the previous few episodes in Series 7 were just too serious all the time. So I think it's nice that we're bringing back a bit of comedy but still maintaining a bit of seriousness, so it's not too far removed from kind of where it's developed. It's like Sweeney Todd without the pies. I loved that line. I thought the phone call at the end was fantastic, very, very unexpected for me, because I read no articles about this episode before I watched it. I knew nothing about it, and I just think the phone call was a really lovely touch and a hark back to the previous series, which I hope they don't do that all the way through. As you know, Series 7 kind of looked back at Series 6 and 6 to 5. I hope this is removed now, but I'm glad we had that for the first episode. And then we have Missy at the end. To be honest, had I not seen a few people posting about Missy and saying, oh, I wonder who she is, I probably wouldn't have thought that much about it, to be honest. So I hope that every episode is not going to be about discovering who she is, because that's going to get on my nerves. It's a giant story arc again, and I don't like that. And this is where we come into the negatives about the episode. Where is the uniqueness gone in Doctor Who? I posted about this on Twitter and a few people have agreed with me. When you look back at creatures like the Slovene and the Zikarax and the Krillitane and the Reaper, the Empty Child to a degree, they're all unique individual creatures with their own appearances. And yes, maybe it's a finances issue. Maybe they haven't got the budget to create these elaborate unique costumes and they have to rake into the storage and bring out the old ones. Daleks are back in the next episode. There's no uniqueness. The creatures are either half human, so you just have to whack a face mask onto an actor, and I know it's more complicated than that, but for the purpose of my argument, the creatures are either invisible, or it's a force behind the Doctor, or they're half human, so it doesn't take as much effort as it would to create perhaps the Forest of Cheam or the Mox of Balhoun or Cassandra, just going back to some of my other favourite episodes. So I think there's a distinct lack of creativity and effort on that front. However, the monotony of the episode aside, and pretty much every episode of Series 7 aside, I do love the progression of the Doctor, even in this one episode, and I'm really looking forward to what else Peter Capaldi has to offer. In Series 7, I was kind of getting fed up of Doctor Who. If you watched any of my reviews back then, you will know this. It was just the same. There was a really dull kind of pacing to it. Nothing happened in episodes. This one on its own was great. As I said, having Madame Vastra and that back is kind of like using the same creatures, but as a standalone episode, removing it from anything else, it was good. It's just, again, the monotony of the same characters and the same creatures popping up time and time again. Negatives aside, I'm looking forward to the next episode. I think it's going to be a good series. Peter Capaldi is brilliant. I cannot wait to see what else he has planned for the Doctor. I truly love him. Oh, and I do love the new intro titles. I think they're fantastic, very catchy. I love the use of time in it and sort of the cogs. I thought that was really, really brilliant. So we'll see where it takes us. I will not be reviewing every episode every week, mainly because I haven't got the time to do that, unfortunately. But I probably will do a series overview once it's finished, so please do look out for that video if you're interested. Let me know in the comments what you think, as I'd love to know whether you agree or disagree with me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!